We did. As a major crime investigation team, we were informed by coroner's officers of His Majesty's coroner that there were 4 deaths at Sandy Lodge. As part of the investigation, a detective inspector separate to the investigation but within major crime did a review of those deaths, and that included commissioning some more forensic work, some CCTV and statements. There are still some inquiries outstanding on those. They remain as unexpected deaths, but there are still some inquiries outstanding. He's not a suspect at this time. We're in conversation with His Majesty's coroner, but they were reviewed as part of the investigation. Good morning. I am Detective Superintendent Rachel Bentley and I am the head of Devon Cornwall Police's Major Crime Team. I have a short statement to read and will follow this with some words on behalf of the families of Claudio Aquilino and Daniel Coleman. The murders of Claudio Aquilino and Daniel Coleman were callous and cold-blooded. Both men were vulnerable and trusted James Desborough as their friend. Desborough not only brutally murdered both men, but then savagely desecrated their bodies, seeking to hide the evidence of his crimes. In doing so, he denied Claudio and Daniel of dignity and their families of the opportunity to say goodbye. Desborough then set about spending their money. He also sought to lay a false trail for detectives to follow in trying to convince people they were both still alive. I would like to pay tribute to the families of Claudio and Daniel, who have conducted themselves with a quiet dignity throughout this investigation and who have had to listen to and see some harrowing evidence. I hope that the sentencing of Desborough will bring them some sense of justice and allow them to begin the process of finding some closure. This was an extremely challenging and complex investigation, which required painstaking detective work and extremely detailed forensic examination in a challenging physical environment. I would also like to thank all of the witnesses in this case who came forward and gave evidence, and the jury for their careful and considered attention through the trial, and our colleagues from CPS and our barrister. Steven Kempster, Desborough's cellmate in prison, was also vulnerable by virtue of his age and health condition, and he was murdered seemingly for snoring. For Desborough to take Steven's life in this way was cowardly. Thank you. I'd now like to read some statements on behalf of the families of Claudio and Daniel. On behalf of the family of Claudio Aquilino, as a family we are completely and utterly mortified at the violent murder of Claudio and the manner in which his body was disposed. Claudio will always be in our thoughts, and we now pray he is at peace. We as a family cannot thank Devon and Cornwall police officers enough for all of their support and care throughout this profoundly sad ordeal for the family. Thank you. The family of Daniel Coleman would also like to say, we as a family would like to thank the police, prosecution and everyone involved in getting justice for Dan. Dan was a loving, caring and compassionate man who will be forever loved and sadly missed. Thank you.